move your spine? Okay, so this sounds like an interesting question, and let's explore it a little bit further. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you a simple challenge that I want you to try. You're going to need to open your computer, phone, just do it next to a mirror, something where you can see yourself and get feedback, because we often think we're in a position that we are not in. Trust me, as somebody who films herself a lot, I look at it and I'm like, oh, that is awful. I need to refilm that. I can't believe I was actually in that position. I thought I was sitting here. So trust me when I say that we all think we're someplace and we're often not. Where you think you're lifting something or rounding something, and in reality you watch yourself and you're way off from where you think you are. Anyway, okay, so join me for this. I want you on your hands and knees. And then what I'm going to have you do is I want you to think about doing like a cat-cow, so if you go to a yoga class and you do a cat and cow motion where you're rounding up and arching down, and oh, that feels so good. You can just do a couple of those in a row. And then what we're going to do today for your challenge is I want you to look sideways in a mirror or from yourself and look at it after. But what you're looking for is, can you lift your most divot or basically lordotic is the word, but a spot where you dip down. Okay, so let's say you have more of a higher hinge point or more of a lumbar curve. So are you, when you go to lift up, can you lift into that spot that wants to dip down? Or is your spine really tight? Can you not round into that? Do you try to, let's say my back is the most dipped, like right here, and I go to round into that, and instead of rounding into that spot, I go like this and use my neck and shoulders. And that could explain why when you go to do hands and knees stuff, you always end up with really tight neck tightness, shoulder tightness, a lot of tension there, and almost no abdominal work when you go to do those exercises. Okay, so that is your challenge today. I want you to try to lift looking sideways, and I want you to do it from that point that tends to be the lowest, not over lifting from a high point. And that goes, same thing here, even between your shoulder blades. Can you fill in through your shoulder blades, or do you tend to have thoracic spine flatness between the shoulder blades, which I often see in people who lift heavy weights because their rhomboids get really overdeveloped. So that's your challenge. Give it a shot and let me know how it gets.